or like how Dimebag would say, put some Texas into it, or something like that. So he would show me those things, and that was early on in the demo session, so that when we were recording the actual music later on, I really took that into account and tried to just bury the riffs, and just put as much emotion into them as possible, Because when you're recording, you want to sit there and make it perfect and things like that, but I tried not to look at it exactly like that. I tried to just put as much feeling into it, and if it was sloppy, then just do it again or something, until you got that great take,
Cool. Let's talk a little bit about the tour. Just basically started.
Yeah, it's a clusterfuck right now. Just because there's a lot of bands, there's a ton of production, but there's a lot of great people out here working who are just trying to get into a routine and get into a system, and it's unfortunate because after the first show, we went into a completely different system and met up with Seven Dust and their tour last night. So then everybody was thrown into a whole other big pot, to be stewed up. So really tonight's day 2 of the No Fear tour, and now we're 5 hours late, so that just fucks everything up again. We're trying to load our gear in as they're opening doors and this and that. So things definitely aren't running smoothly yet. But the shows that we have played have been awesome. They're jam packed. It's an awesome young group of impressionable kids. That's what we look for. It isn't a bunch of just guys with their arm crossed who are just waiting to see Slayer or something like that. It's like the kids are stoked to see some badass bands and shit, and that's the feeling we're getting. It's real cool.
Set list, tough to pick.
We look forward to this opportunity because we did a lot of headlining on the self-titled cycle, and we wanted to look at this album more as a building record. We didn't expect to come out and just headline again and stuff. We wanted to do a bunch of support tours and get the buzz back up, get the hype back up, and let the album do what it's going to do, and then feel it from there. So we look forward to we have a 30-minute set, so we can come out and just do a full throttle set, rather than trying to pace out an hour-and-a-half set with ups and downs and stuff. We just want to come out and just tear it up. So we were just able to pick 4 or 5 of the monsters, and then just a couple new ones, and that's what we're doing. We're doing Resurrection every night, and then we're cycling through Needle, No Reason to Live, and Worthless. And then eventually, as the album comes out and people get to know the material more, then we'll float some others in there and things. And just want to do it like that. Nobody likes to go see their favorite band and hear just all new shit. You want to absorb the stuff first and then hear it.
Does it bother you touring before the new stuff's out?
Does it bother me? Well, I just kind of think that it's kind of like inevitable right now. That's what bands do. Because I actually watched this. I was watching like VH1 a couple months ago, and it was like talking about like maybe it was like the Beatles or something like that. They were saying like back then, like bands, the album would come out, people would have it for months, and then like the band would come over, and like then everybody would want to see them because everybody's been listening to it. Where now it seems like bands go out on a tour before the album comes out to try to get the buzz up so that people will buy it. So it's kind of like a different thing. It's kind of like this is the way we do it now. We tour for a month before it comes out. So I kind of wish it was like that. Where or maybe that's how it is. Like when we go to Europe, the album has been out for a while, and so maybe like the Beatles coming here. So it's part of the gig.
Cool. I was on YouTube yesterday, and obviously you've influenced a lot of people. I already see people out there that are playing Resurrection,
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. I saw like 2-3 kids, they're just jamming out, they're playing it perfect. It was pretty cool. Any advice to those fans, because you influence them, obviously. I mean, the song, is out, and they're already learning it, already know it.
I guess I'm just honored.
One kid was even
awesome.
soloing.
Really?
Yeah, YouTube. You just searched the song, and
all right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I'm gonna check that out. Advice: just keep it going. Let's see. Get a contest going so you can do it the best. Make it competitive a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool thing. Anything that you'd like to add to the interview? Say to the fans. Now it's your time.
Just look out for us. I think 2007, 2008 is going to be a big couple years for CHIMAIRA. I recommend everybody get the special edition as soon as they can while the limited edition runs out, and pick up the DVD. Anybody that was a fan of the Dehumanizing Process is going to totally love it, and anybody who hasn't heard of the Dehumanizing Process will love it just the same. But it's a totally rad DVD. It has a lot of great insight of everything that happened with Roadrunner, everything that happened with Andals, everything that just went into the writing and recording of Resurrection. Cool. There's tons of comedy. It's just awesome. So yeah, recommend people to get that. Tell your friends about us. Bring your friends to the shows, and I don't think we'll disappoint.
Thanks.
That's it.